Liberalism, individual rights and free markets. Emerging from the Enlightenment, liberalism champions personal freedom, democracy, and capitalism. Thinkers like John Locke and Adam Smith laid the foundations of liberal thought, advocating for limited government and market economies. Modern liberalism splits into classical liberalism, which supports free market capitalism, and social liberalism, which endorses government intervention to ensure social welfare. Liberalism has been central in shaping Western democracies, influencing policies on human rights, free speech, and economic freedom. Notable examples include the U.S. Constitution, the European Union's focus on human rights, and policies that promote free trade. Social democracy, the best of both worlds. Social democracy blends capitalism with strong welfare systems, ensuring economic security while maintaining market competition. Countries like Sweden, Germany, and Canada exemplify this model, providing universal healthcare, free education, and social safety nets. Key figures include Karl Marx, who influenced early socialist thought, and modern leaders like Olof Palme of Sweden. Supporters argue it balances economic growth with social justice, while critics claim high taxes and regulations stifle innovation. Examples of social democratic policies include the Nordic welfare state and Germany's strong labor protections. Libertarianism, maximum freedom, minimum government. Libertarians advocate for minimal government, individual responsibility, and free markets. Influential figures include Ayn Rand and Milton Friedman, who argued for deregulation and low taxes. While libertarianism champions personal liberties and economic freedom, critics warn that unchecked capitalism may exacerbate inequality and weaken social protections. Countries with strong libertarian influences include Hong Kong, historically, and certain U.S. states with low taxation policies. Environmentalism, sustainability or overreach. Environmentalism prioritizes sustainability, renewable energy, and conservation efforts. Movements gain momentum with figures like Rachel Carson, author of Silent Spring, and organizations such as Greenpeace. Governments worldwide have adopted green policies, yet critics argue these can burden industries and slow economic growth. Key policies include the Paris Climate Agreement, carbon taxes, and incentives for renewable energy. Monarchism, the rule of kings and queens. Monarchies have ruled civilizations for centuries, from ancient Egypt to the British Empire. While absolute monarchies once held unchecked power, modern constitutional monarchies, e.g., the UK, Japan, play symbolic roles. Some argue monarchy provides stability and national identity, while others see it as an outdated, undemocratic institution. Examples of monarchies that still wield power include Saudi Arabia and Brunei, while the UK and Spain serve as constitutional monarchies with mostly ceremonial roles. Anarchism, true freedom or chaos. Anarchism rejects hierarchical power structures in favor of voluntary collaboration. Key thinkers like Mikhail Bakunin and Emma Goldman envisioned a stateless society. While anarchism has influenced anti-authoritarian movements, critics argue it lacks practical government solutions. Anarchist movements have been seen in the Spanish Civil War and modern decentralized activist groups like Anonymous. Populism, power to the people or a political tool. Populism opposes elite control and claims to represent ordinary people. Figures like Donald Trump, Hugo Chavez, and Viktor Orban have used populist rhetoric in various ways, some promoting economic justice, others advancing nationalist agendas. While populism can mobilize political change, it may also lead to authoritarianism and division. Historical examples include the Peronist movement in Argentina and Brexit in the UK. Fascism, authoritarianism at its worst. Fascism that's ultranationalistic, anti-democratic, and authoritarian. Examples include Mussolini's Italy and Hitler's Nazi Germany, which suppressed freedoms and led to mass suppression. Fascism's legacy serves as a warning against unchecked authoritarianism. While largely discredited, far-right nationalist movements in various parts of the world still bear resemblance to fascist ideologies. Nationalism, unifying or divisive. Nationalism fosters pride in cultural identity that can also fuel conflict. It played a role in the unifications of Italy and Germany, but also contributed to the causes of World War I and World War II. Today, nationalist movements shape debates on sovereignty, immigration, and globalism. Examples include Indian nationalism, Brexit, and America First policies. Conservatism, tradition versus progress. Conservatism values stability, tradition, and gradual change. Thinkers like Edmund Burke opposed radical revolutions, advocating for slow institutional evolution. While conservatives emphasize cultural continuity, critics argue they resist necessary social progress. Examples include traditionalist movements in the US Republican Party and cultural conservatism in Russia. Republicanism, power to the people. Republicanism opposes monarchy, advocating for government by elected representatives. The American and French revolutions exemplified this ideology, leading to the rise of democratic republics worldwide. Modern examples include the US, France, and many Latin American countries. Communism, classless society or oppression. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels envisioned communism as a crossless, stateless society where wealth is shared. Attempts to implement it in the USSR, China, and Cuba led to authoritarian rule and economic struggles. While China still claims to be communist, it has adopted capitalist practices. Modern examples of communist states include North Korea and Cuba. Socialism, economic equality or government overreach. Socialism seeks to reduce wealth inequality through government control of key industries. While democratic socialism shaped Scandinavian welfare states, critics argue too much government control stifles innovation and economic growth. Countries with socialist policies include Norway, Denmark, and Venezuela. Feminism, the fight for gender equality. Feminism has fought for women's rights, from voting to workplace equality. Pioneers like Simone de Beauvoir and Betty Friedan shaped modern feminist thought. While progress has been made, issues like the gender pay gap and representation in leadership persist. Movements like #MeToo have further advanced feminist causes in the 21st century. Progressivism, reforming society for the future. Progressivism advocates for social justice, economic reform, and equal rights. From Theodore Roosevelt's reforms to modern movements, progressives seek to address systemic inequalities. Critics warn of excessive government intervention in personal lives. Key examples include the civil rights movement, Medicare expansion, and LGBTQ+ rights advocacy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to discuss it or suggest new ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. See you in the next one.